So to all our partners in the Kenyan government, to the private sector and civil society, it's a privilege to work with you every day. And thank you for celebrating with us today, and thank you for your friendship. Thank you very much. Asante sana. Now I would like to introduce a dear friend, CS Rebecca Miano. Rebecca is, as many of you know, the CS of Industry and Trade and is one of my closest partners every single day. Sometimes we talk 3 or 4 times a day. But Rebecca is a huge asset to the Kenyan government. I'd like her to say a few words, and then she will introduce the PCS. Rebecca?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ambassador Meg. I want to acknowledge the presence of the PCS, the Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs, and all the distinguished guests who are invited today, including Right Honorable Raila Odinga, who I have seen in the House. And just 248 years ago, the founding fathers of the United States of America declared independence after proclaiming to the world that all men are created equal, endowed with certain rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This Declaration of Independence ignited a flame of liberty that continues to inspire and redefine democracy and its practice, not just in the United States of America, but also right across the world. I am therefore honored to be here today and to share with you joy that radiates from knowing and living the priceless dividend of freedom and liberty. At this juncture, I am reminded of the immortal wisdom in the words of George Washington, United States of America's founding president, who famously said that liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. And like Ambassador Meg has said, just last month or a few weeks ago, His Excellency President William Ruto led a hugely successful entourage to a state visit in the United States that no doubt marks a new dawn for the US-Kenya friendship and by extension, US-Africa partnership. The diplomatic discussions and high-level meetings that ensued during that visit laid a solid foundation for a new chapter of collaboration and mutual benefit between the United States of America and Africa in general and in Kenya in particular. Going forward, I am persuaded that the best is yet to manifest in our quest to deepen our friendship with the United States of America for the greater good of the people of our two nations. With those remarks, it is now my honor to invite the Prime Cabinet Secretary. And Meg, it's a pleasure always working with you. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency Meg Whitman, Ambassador of the United States of America in Nairobi, Your Excellencies, High Commissioners and Ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me also at the very outset express my appreciation to note that Raila Amolo Odinga is amongst us. As you know, he's our candidate for the African Union chairmanship. Let me also acknowledge my colleague Njuguna Ndungu. Good afternoon. Your Excellencies, may I express my appreciation to you for for your welcome to this special occasion in the history of the American people. I am also glad to meet all of you here. I can see that assembled here is a mini United Nations with representatives from almost all continents. This is a demonstration of solidarity and affection for the United States of America. Today, looking back at the history and political development of the U.S., we cannot miss the evidence that America has become a leading actor in global governance. Kenya and the United States of America share warm and cordial relations spanning over half a century. The diplomatic relations have continued to expand and deepen at both bilateral and multilateral levels. Bilaterally, Kenya and the U.S. elevated their relations to a strategic partnership in 2018. I am pleased to note that the Kenya-USA Strategic Trade and Investment Partnership (STIP) negotiations are at an advanced stage towards conclusion. Additionally, the exchange of high-level visits between the two countries is a testament to our elevated relationship. Recently, as has been said before, the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, concluded a state visit to the U.S. on invitation of President Joe Biden. During the successful state visit, the two friendly states elevated their relationship to cover wider partnerships in areas of trade, investment, security, and uplifting Kenya into a digital frontrunner and a hub in the region, fondly known as the Silicon Savannah. Kenya has always been a friend of the U.S. Allow me to get into some bit of history. Our diplomatic relations were established on 2nd March 1964, when Ambassador William Atwood became the first head of the U.S. mission in Nairobi. Since then, Kenya-U.S. relations have been on an upward trajectory. Many Kenyans still remember that President Barack Obama made history as the first sitting U.S. president to make a state visit to Nairobi in 2015. Kenyan people are proud that their country is the ancestral land of America's 44th president. In our society, Kenya and the USA are relatives. Kenya and the USA are indeed democracies working together for peace, security, and prosperity. Kenya believes that entrenching democracy, promoting human rights, and the rule of law are the best options to achieve peace, security, stability, and sustainable development. Notably, Kenya has consistently held its elections on schedule. This is because we believe that the supremacy of the people lies in the power of accountability and good governance, which is guaranteed through regularly scheduled democratic elections based on universal suffrage. At the multilateral level, Kenya and the U.S. continue to work closely at the United Nations on a range of issues, including peace operations and the overall maintenance of international peace and security, as per the UN Charter. Kenya continues to play a leading role in regional and continental peace and security. The United States has been one of Kenya's greatest partners in enhancing regional leadership in conflict resolution and stabilization. We hold the view that to strengthen our national security, we shall require international cooperation to secure our people at home and abroad. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, it is pleasant to note that all U.S. ambassadors to Nairobi find a home away from home in Kenya. Indeed, the rest of the diplomatic corps affirm that Kenya is not a hardship post. May I say a special word of appreciation to you, Ambassador Whitman, for the exemplary job of strengthening the Kenya-US relations, and in particular, ramping up Kenya's posture internationally. The people and government of Kenya sincerely recognize your hard work, and we commit to continue working closely with you for the mutual benefit of our friendly states. I wish you, Ambassador Whitman, the people and the government of the United States a wonderful and joyous celebration. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, since none of us will be toasted individually, I ask all of us now to stand and raise glasses in a toast to celebrate 248 years, the 248th anniversary of the independence of the United States of America, to the good health and well-being of His Excellency Honorable William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, and President Joe Biden Jr. of the United States of America, and to the prosperity of the USA and the continued friendship and partnership between Kenya and the United States of America. Thank you, and may you raise your glasses. Hear, hear. It's your turn.
Yes, one last thing. One last thing. Again, thank everyone for coming. I really appreciate it. I know this is a busy time of the year. And someone asked me, Meg, I thought July 4th was the American birthday, but today is June 8th. Do you have a calendar problem? One colleague said, I Googled to see what was going on in June 8th in America. Nothing is going on June 8th in America. But I was informed that our celebration did not have to be on July 4th, so we moved it up so more people could come before their holiday. So again, thank you for coming. And I would also like to second PCS Mudavadi's toast, first to President William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and to President Joe Biden, President of the United States of America, and to all of you. Hear, hear.